Hello, welcome back. Today we're going to be taking a phonics assessment in Saxon Phonics 2. It's assessment number 25 and it goes along with lesson 125. In your zippered pouch, you should have this. If you didn't have this, because I forgot to put it in there, I brought it to your house for you. So get this paper, you're going to need it. Today we're going to take a phonics assessment. Now, part of this assessment is going to cover a little bit of the duration back whenever we first started, like the COVID schooling, way back in March. So you may not remember those parts or some of those sound patterns because we are just starting this year and just reviewing and getting, kind of our legs back underneath us in the classroom. That is not a worry. I don't want you to freak out or panic about that. I especially don't want your at-home teacher, so your mom or your dad or your grandma or your grandpa, maybe your cousin, your sister, your neighbor, whoever's watching you and is listening to this video, to have a panic if you don't know how to spell the words that I'm asking you to or how to pronounce them. This is going to give me a good indication on what I need to go back and teach. So at-home teachers, please do not help your students with this assessment. Let them do what they can on their own. So the first 7 words I'm going to say, you're going to write down all of the sounds that you hear in those words. It's a spelling test. I think all of you remember what a spelling test is, I hope. All right, let me find this for you. All right, I'm going to say a word. The first word, so the word for number 1 is sure. Write the letter or letters that make each sound in sure on the line by number 1. Sure. Number 2 is were. Were. Number 3, put. Number 4, goes. Goes. Number 5, does. Does. I know these are a lot of sight words. Number 6, of. And number 7, are. Now, if I went too quickly for you, it is no big deal. Just rewind the video and follow back along. So if I start saying the next word before you're ready, press the pause button and then press play when you're ready to hear the next word. All right, number 8 through number 14, if you wanted to go through and try to sound out those words, that would be fantastic. If you are a virtual academy student, you're going to need to say these words to your at-home teacher, which could be your mom or your sister, cousin, whoever that person is. And so whoever, if you have a problem with at-home learning that you go to them and read them these words now on the lines 8 through 14. Your at-home teacher needs to put a check mark if you got the word correct on the little line next to it. If you didn't and you guessed a word or you said something else, they're going to write those sounds on that line. If you're a hybrid student and you come to Miss Porter's class some days, you're just going to put this, after you're finished, back in there and I will have you read the words to me. So it is no big thing. Your at-home teacher does not need to do that. All right, go ahead and flip over your assessment on the back side. The student is going to read the words. Read the question and answer, read the question and answer, same thing all the way down. So the at-home teacher is not doing this part or reading this part for their child or their student. That is all. The rest of the thing is just from the passage. Please remember, these questions typically, not always, but typically are not asking for your opinion. They're asking you to go back into the passage and tell the answer that the passage told you. So if you're uncertain, that's the first place you want to look. Also, if you don't know the answer, you're going to take your best guess or you're just going to move on. Those aren't things that you need to grow really upset about. We're just doing our best job today so Mrs. Porter knows what she needs to go back and reteach. Once you finish that, put this assessment into your zippered pouch and bring it back to school with you. If you're a virtual academy student, your parent's going to come and bring your old work on Fridays and pick up your new work for the following week. And if you are a student that comes to Mrs. Porter's class a few days a week, you're going to bring that back on your first in-person day. Okay, see you soon.